You are now listening to Vigilantes Radio, presented by the Only One Media Group. This is the people's choice for quality art, interviews, music, and hot topics. Hosted by Dini Mussolini and co-hosted by Banditi. Call in to join the mix at 701-801-9813. All episodes of this podcast are available for free download at least 1 hour after each show at www.onlyonemediagroup.com. We welcome all. Enjoy the show.
Star seeds and crystallines, and 2 times for my people that are vegans. We are up, folks, to over 17,000 plus listeners per episode and over 865,000 downloads worldwide. And we've been at it for 3 solid years. I appreciate all you guys who have been rocking with us on this journey, and we are still growing, baby. It is all because of you guys, most definitely. We are the people who have dedicated their lives to music, art, and research in every aspect, and we want to allow you, exactly, the opportunity to tell your story. Man, we've had celebrities on the show, from Grammy award-winning artists to nominees to actors, comedians, technology geniuses, from authors to professors and aliens. Or people think they're aliens. It doesn't matter who you are or what walk of life that you come from. Come on the show and talk to us. So check it out. To book an interview or just share a real cool story, email me at theradio@onlyonemediagroup.com. I am passionate about what I do, just as passionate about what you do. And together, yes, together, we can get your voice heard by the people that should hear it. So let's create something incredible. And with that, hello out there, and welcome to another episode of our podcast, Vigilantes Radio. Thank you guys again for always tuning in and being a part of this audience family. If you like information on how to call in, ask questions, or speak to the guests, and sometimes we run out of time, so we don't have the ample time to, take calls. But we do have a chat room. Yeah, how cool is that, right? Yes, pass the blueberries. Okay. Anyway, yeah, so in the chat room, you can actually send me messages, like things to ask the guests, just in case if I wasn't brilliant enough to come up with the question myself, right? Yeah, I should hire some of you guys, right? Yeah. And anyway, just shoot me a message. And but look, don't expect me to respond right away, because I am doing a show, right? Yeah, give me time, all right? So, yeah, that's real cool. Check it out. You can do that by going over to the website, which is onlyonemediagroup.com. Scroll over to the Vigilantes Radio tab and slap that go live button like I didn't think that one through, so forget it. Okay. Anyway, yeah, just slap the button, and you'll be live right here in the mix with all of us. And right now, let's see, there are over 12,000 of you guys right in the chat room. I'm surprised our chat room server hasn't broke down yet. Man, you guys are cool. Or you can even dial in at 701-801-9813. I know we're in the age of text messaging, but you can pick up the phone and call every now and then. Deanie would love to hear your voice. Okay. So, all episodes are available for free download at least 1 hour after the show, and you can grab that over from my server, which is over at Spreaker.com/onlyonemediagroup, over at iTunes, even our website. There are download links. You can grab it from YouTube, and now you can get the episodes on an app called Podcast Addict. Yes, you can. So, yeah, carry us around in your pocket, your purse, your backpack, if they still carry those around. I think so. And, yeah, in your pocket. It's cool, right? technology. So, yeah, after at least an hour, if we have to do edits, it may have to take maybe a day or two, but it'll be there nonetheless. And that goes for every single episode that I ever aired. Tonight's episode is the Uruguay Interview. And I'm your host, Dini Mussolini. Okay, no real announcements tonight, except that I'll be in Hollywood March the 2nd through the 6th. We have a concert going out there those days. A lot of cool dates, a lot of cool people. So purchase tickets over at songkick.com/Houdini Black or at the website. So if you're out there, I would love to meet you and greet you. We're giving away tickets pretty soon here on the show, so don't worry about that. Even if we have to give them all away, I just want to see your beautiful faces. Right? Right. Deanie's already been paid for that, so don't worry about ticket sales. So, yeah, keep your ear to that. We'll be giving things away, as we always do. So I don't have a music industry tip for you guys tonight. I know you guys love that. You're always emailing me questions. I'm also known as Coach Denny for you new listeners hopping on. And I'm a music industry insider. I like to say backdoor. I've been in the industry for maybe 12 years now. Yeah. Right after high school, I was signed to a smaller label, Scorpio Records, that got signed by Bad Boy. But I got shelved and became a ghostwriter for a few people. Can't say their names, non-disclosure. After that, I went to intern for Russell Simmons for about a year, and I became his junior road manager for about 3 years. And then I opened up my own management firm. We managed Grammy-winning artists, local artists, national, international. So, yeah, anyway, basically, Coach Dini is like, I give you the secrets to exposure, to, the right way how to do it, the shaking of the hands, the hugging of the necks, the kissing of the babies. Well, not really the kissing of the babies, but it's just like a campaign. You work hard. If you work in a 9 to 5, you devote 8 hours to somebody else's dream, right? Yeah. But when it's your music, it's your own dreams, you got to think about that too. You got to invest 8 hours into it, whether it's producing, songwriting, or promotion. Yes, the dreaded P word, promotion. Anyway, so I have no tips for you guys. As you guys also know, I no longer charge $25 an hour for my time. I'm going to the new year. I just felt like we needed a change. And don't get me wrong, the money was great. Yeah, but I'm on a whole nother plane now. So all the consultation, all the talking is free. So if you go over to the website, onlyonemediagroup.com, there's a widget that will pop up that says, let's chat. And let's do that. There's also a number that pops up on the side. You can text me. I will reply. Email me. I will reply. That's the best way to contact me. But if you call the office number, you'll get a secretary that won't let you through. I promise you. I tried to call her myself, and I did not get through. So text or email. All right, with that, I just want to tell you guys to break free. Pull your mind away from the thoughts of yourself. There is a whole universe out there to consider and experience. Ego confines your thinking. Love, gratitude, generosity expand your awareness and multiply the possibilities. But when it's all about you, the options are few. Raise yourself into the limitless realm outside of your narrow self-concern, maybe. Yes, maybe. Inside the walls of your own ego, problems seem to have no solution, and opportunities lack a path to fulfillment. Oh, well, you know what you can do? Break free, be free, and operate from a powerful perspective where fears dissolve and abundance intensifies. And as beautiful and as unique as you are, living only within your own perspective is lonely and limiting. So extend your focus, widen your horizons, go out there and experience joy and wonder you never could have known on your own. And it's all so simple to just let go of your ego. And I'm telling you guys, amazing, simple steps will create a amazing, fulfilling life. So I'm going to leave you guys with that, and let's get into the real reason why, oh, geez, it's over 13,000 now. Let's get into the real reason why 13,000 of you guys decided to be here with Deanie Mussolini tonight and not somewhere in the club partying or doing a show or whatever the cool things you guys do on a Saturday night. Jeez, I tell you, man, this time leaping got me. Another conversation for another day. So you know, you should be a believer by now. And this is going to be very, very, very unique. This is going to also be a very interesting interview to take part in. Very interesting. You say, why, Danny? I'm going to tell you why in just a second. So I hope you grab that green tea. If you called the line, you heard me say that. That's real cool, right? Yeah. So, you know, we go beyond the music and into the minds of the artists and bands that create it. From researching our guests, relentlessly mining for details, and listening to everything we can, our interviews are designed to bring out the best answers possible through thought-provoking questions that have real substance. A plan for the music industry, one that is shared with his partner, Stepha. Together, they put together a new duo and a plan for working through the waves of the industry pool. And Uruguay was extremely kind to lend us their thoughts on their latest single, Sabrina segment, and maybe get some cool insight on their upcoming EP. Secrets, yes. So, now you should be a believer, right? Like I said, this shall be unique. This is going to be an interesting interview to take a part in. They are more than ready to bring us new music in an all-new way. So if you've been listening to my podcast, these interviews are watching my timeline, Snapchat, maybe on Facebook, you already know how I feel about the current state of the music industry and how desperate for a change it really is. Well, Uruguay are not the type to fix a broken machine by simply using up what's left of the good parts. Not even close. These two are here with a different approach to the scene. They got visuals, they have art, and a representation and genuine love for what they can do for music. And you know we love those ideals and devour every single morsel. So check this out. Uruguay is incredibly passionate and insightful about their methods and approach. Hopefully, with each answer, you'll be visibly able to see this interview just how truly committed they are to every key pressed, every beat drummed, every note sung. That rhymed. I didn't try, though. And leaving nothing unconsidered and no element to chance. Uruguay are about bringing you the music through creative new ways that make you genuinely interested in the story of the music, the journey, the mythology. Ooh, I like that word. This is a group born and bred to exist and live in the liner notes of music history just like I see myself. Uh-oh, there go the ego. But ultimately, it's going to be a complete pleasure of mine to talk with Benjamin and Stepha and learn about the new single and what Uruguay can do for music overall. And you know me, I could talk all day. But let's welcome Uruguay to our show. Welcome.
Hi.
Hey. How's it going, man? Yeah.
How are you guys doing?
Good.
We're doing well.
Yeah. How you doing?
I am great. Lost in time. I guess I was thinking it was Friday and it's actually Saturday.
Common.
Things happen like that when you're busy. And I know you guys been super busy. I seen the premiere of the music video. Yeah, I've been stalking you guys, but that's okay, right? It's for a good cause. For a good cause, right?
Approved stalking.
Yeah, much welcome.
Cool. So, shall we dive deep into this interview?
Yeah,
Let's do it. Yeah.
All right, cool. Thank you guys so much for being here with us. Just the title of the band makes me super excited. It sounds very fun and driven. From what I can read, the intense drive and smart marketing of this band of yours are two qualities deep rooted in your work. But for those that don't know about Uruguay yet, which I can't believe that. I mean, it's like 13,000 of you guys here. It's not for me. Got to be for them. Tell us about the band and how you came to be and about the style of music that you're making.
You want to go?
Yeah, sure. So we met in North Carolina, and soon after we moved to New York. And basically, we both work on a lot of different elements of pretty much everything from production to vocals.
We met in North Carolina at school. Ben was already out of school, and I got scouted there to come to New York for modeling, and Ben wanted to come for production because he went to UNC for music. And so we just kind of made the leap to go ahead and come because, like, why not? And we ended up working on scoring of a documentary together. That's where Sabrina's segment came from, actually. And it wasn't until, like, maybe 4 months later that we actually decided to form a band. Like, Ben was like, we should actually do this. And I was like, yeah, like, there's nothing wrong with modeling. Like, I love modeling, but I wanted to branch out from that and do more creative things as well and be in control of my image. And he's, like, we're both really driven, and I think we recognize each other's talent, so we were like, let's do this. As far as our music goes, how would you describe it, Ben? I'm interested to hear how you describe it.
I feel like we pull from a lot of different influences for sure. The core of it's definitely electronic, as far as like how we make it, because it's pretty much all done on the laptop.
Yeah, Ableton.
Yeah. But with that said, we both pull from a lot of different influences. I'd say classical, jazz,
world
pop
music
culture.
too. There's so far there's been a dark element to it too, but that might also be like the running theme since like with the environment that we're in.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. To me, dark themes are very, very cool because sometimes that's what make us the dark times in our life. There's the yin and the yang. You can't have light without dark and darkness without light.
Exactly.
Definitely.
Yeah. There's a beauty in it, right?
Yeah. I think we're both pretty happy, like, positive people as well.
Yeah,
so it's kind of a nice balance.
I don't think people would expect our music if, like, they just knew us.
Yeah, definitely not.
Gotta let it out.
So you guys, where is the music? So I'm doing research, eating blackberries, and I'm listening to your SoundCloud, and there's only 2 treats there. Now, I can get greedy with my music sometimes, so I had to repeat these 2 songs, but I love the music. And I love to listen to new music that I haven't heard. I'm just excited to hear what you guys have. I'm sure you guys understand this. But looking in at this during the research, I have to admit this almost does look like the beginning launch of a band, or perhaps a redesign if there was, music already on the internet, on the plane, as they call it. So tell me about why now. It seems like you and your camp are really firing up the machine to support the new single Sabrina segment. Like I get on Google and that's all I see. Like, I had to type in, the band, and that's all I see, which is very incredible to me. Like you guys are taking the press by storm.
Nice.
Thanks,
Thank you.
So what gives? Why are there only 2 treats on SoundCloud?
Well, I think we have a whole lot more. We're like hoarding it.
Yeah.
Stingy. Good God.
No, yeah.
We're only a year old as a band. Maybe like
almost next month, yeah.
Yeah. So we're really new. And we're kind of we're trying to be strategic about everything that we do. And I feel like with those 2 songs, I think we released Sabrina segment originally like pretty much a year ago.
Yeah, in September 2015 we released Sabrina, so it was like before everything else, for sure. And then Pieces is like I don't know, like maybe 4 or 5 months old.
Yeah.
But we definitely have other music, but when we first started, I think we were really eager to put out an EP because we had enough songs for it. But then, like, as time went on, we were like, I don't know, it's like our music progressed, I think. And we didn't want to just put 4 or 5 songs like on an EP, and it's not like the best work we could do, or maybe our minds were in a different place or like a different theme. So I think that's also like how we're being strategic. We want it to definitely have purpose.
Yeah, and definitely be a good representation of us and
what we want to say.
Yeah.
Yeah. What we want people to feel. Hopefully. You can feel whatever you want to feel, but...
Definitely.
Yeah.
So, can you tell us about the upcoming EP? Is there a title for it?
I don't think there isn't a title for it yet. There's definitely a theme for it, which is obviously New York City, our experiences here, but kind of like told through like, the only way I know how to put it is like different sirens of the city, because it almost seems like the city is like, it allures you with whatever your passion is, but then like sometimes when you get too close to the fire you get burned. Mm-hmm. So I think that's definitely part of the theme for the EP.
Yeah, that's it.
So you have Pieces and Sabrina segment out now, and from what I read in research and what we just talked about, there seems to be a shroud, a mystery about what we can expect next with the music, the production, the promoting of it as well, the whole thing really, which is awesome in its own way, and it's sort of a method that I use for my band. I'm always stoked to see artists passionate about what they do and armed with the determination you guys have on a personal level. I'm inspired to see just how much work you've been putting into this, but really, for you personally, what makes these 2 songs stand out to be considered as the first on the market?
You want to go or you want me to go? You go.
I think with these, it kind of happened organically. Like we were saying before with Sabrina segment, that was kind of the song that kicked off the band. And so it just, for that one, like we made it and it made sense. We both really liked it a whole bunch.
Yeah, it clicked.
Yeah, everything seemed to click. We're, I think, really happy with the production and everything as well, and how it all came out. So, yeah, for that was kind of like our first way of basically saying, hey, we're a band, like this is us, and putting something out there for people to see.
That's what the song is about too, like just taking a leap and kind of putting it all out there, being vulnerable, but like knowing I really believe in this. you know.
Mm.
So that kind of worked out that way.
Yeah.
But Pieces was actually really interesting because it was probably the opposite of Sabrina's segment. Like Sabrina just kind of, it's really simple and it all came together really effortlessly and really quickly. And with Pieces, it was definitely a long process. Mm-hmm. And the structure is totally like uncontemporary, and it has a lot more in it. So
we had to strip a lot back.
We did have to strip a lot back, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that was definitely like putting ourselves out there and seeing what response we would get, but also like really just wanting to do it. Because we could have put out something a lot more traditional, but we didn't want to. And the responses that we got were really interesting because we got a lot of critique, and then we also got some people that totally got it. Some people were just like, they didn't get it. And I think we really learned a lot from that and figured out like why we were making music.
Yeah. I think for the style of music and just your style overall, I don't think a lot of people will get it, you know, because of the art formation. Like, you have to really be into art to, you know, get the message. And that's okay. They'll catch up later. It's okay. But I have to ask you guys this. There's a girl she may be a woman in the chat room. She's been texting me the same message over and over, like 20 times. God forbid she send me an email cursing me out. So she's asking me to ask you guys this: are you guys a couple?
No.
No, we're not.
No,
See?
we're like.
Now, Janie, stop it.
We've been good friends for a long time.
No, we're like best friends. Oh man, my family like loves Ben.
All right, great. That's great. She's typing again. Hold on, gotta wait.
No, what's she gonna say?
Pick up the phone already. Just call 701-801-9818. No, you're good, Janie. Okay, she wants to know, are you guys from Uruguay?
Oh no. Do you want to hear? It's a short story, but why we're called Uruguay.
Yeah. Let's hear it.
Okay. Well, so when we first came to New York, we were like struggling pretty hard, and there was a lady at a cafe that would give us in our neighborhood, like in East Harlem, and she would give us breakfast every morning. And as we kept going in there, she was just like a ray of sunshine, and she like didn't charge us that much, and like gave us a lot of food. And so she was almost like a solace in a lot of not great times. So one day we were like, where are you from? And she was like, Uruguay. And something about it just like clicked, because that was like the same day that we really decided like to start a band. And we were like, what should we call it? And we were like, Uruguay. It like fits the aesthetic. So that's why. It's for her.
Does she know that you guys named the band after her?
I don't know.
No,
we went back and the place was shut down.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Really sad.
Yeah. We haven't seen her since. We don't know where they went.
Oh man. So of course I'm not saying anything about Janie, but here's a question from Janie. All right. What was the biggest challenge you guys faced during the filming of the new single Sabrina segment, and how did you manage to get past it to achieve the end goal?
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, I think one really difficult thing about that shoot was we shot the entire thing over a weekend, pretty much. And we started shooting at
11 o'clock on Friday.
Yeah, 11 o'clock Friday night, and it ended up going till 4 a.m. that morning.
Oh,
and we had another shoot. Yeah, but then we had another shoot the next morning at 7:30 a.m. And on the way home, after the first one, like, we're on a train and this guy just, he pulled a gun on the subway and just starts walking around.
On our car,
Yeah, on our car. So that was terrifying.
Yeah, I saw it and I thought that we were gonna die because he saw me see him. And so, but we got off and we were fine. And then we probably got like an hour of sleep and then had to head over to the next shoot. And then we shot literally all day. And then we shot all of the next day. And then we had a show right after our last shoot. And so we played the show. And then I was sick. And so I literally ran off stage. Well, I didn't run, but I walked off stage after the show because it went fine. And I went to the bathroom and I threw up. And then Ben and one of our other friends kind of had to like carry me back to a cab, and I went home.
That was a tough
weekend. It was a really tough shoot. But I think how we got through it was probably, I had to say, like, feeling so bad and all that stuff happening and not getting any sleep for like 3 days kind of helped the shoot because it really made it brought to life the subject matter, you know? Like, we wanted it to look real. We wanted it to be a story of our experiences, and it's really what it turned out to be.
Mm-hmm. Wow, you guys are real professionals.
Thank you.
We tried.
We just like don't stop.
Yeah, we go really hard.
Yeah. That's like a professional schedule. Shoot. Oh, we got another shoot in 2 hours.
Yeah.
Show tonight and another shoot.
Yeah, we did do it to ourselves. Right. So we're like, we need to get this done this weekend.
Right.
Let's do it. Okay.
Jeez.
Yeah.
All right. So looking at New York, you guys chose the state to be your home base. So I want you guys to not only explain the move a little more, but like the feelings and the aspirations that were going on inside. We know you, Stepha, had a modeling gig, but for you, Ben, to just hop in out of North Carolina to go to the big city, man, that is massive.
Yeah. I guess for me personally, I don't know, I studied abroad in London for a year when I was in college. And I kind of, after that, I finished up my last year at college, and then I went back to Europe for a while. And I think I'd only been back for a few months, maybe longer, I don't even know. But basically, I've been moving around a lot, and I was actually kind of looking for the next thing to do. And North Carolina is great, but I think I was definitely ready to leave and keep moving out and finding something else. And also just at the time I was delving really deep into music production. And so it just made sense to move here and pursue that. So
definitely.
Yeah.
What about for you, Stepha?
For me, like, I think, well, I came for modeling primarily, but it was actually like, I don't know, I'm super ambitious, so like I didn't really want to stay in North Carolina because it's wonderful, but I didn't think, I don't know, I didn't want something like traditional. So I kind of put all of my energy towards like, yeah, well, I'll try out modeling and see where that goes. Mm-hmm. But I think having that thought is completely different than actually coming here to New York, because you can't really ever expect the way it's actually going to be. And I had just actually had back surgery before we moved here, before we came up here. And so physically it was really hard for me, and I didn't know that it would be that hard. So it was definitely like a shock, but I don't know, I guess it didn't get, I can't say it got easier, but I can say that maybe I adjusted my mindset better. And so now I enjoy it more.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's definitely the same for me too.
Yeah.
New York,
Yeah.
even though like London's a big city too, but New York's like a whole other beast. And just the adaptation.
Adaptation. You can make up the word. It's cool.
Adaptation's a word.
Yeah, I do it all the time. Just make it up.
Why not?
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, just the change that mentally that I had to go through, to kind of figure out how to get around in the city and how to basically live here, was huge for me.
And now I think it's shifted to not like just living here, how to like live here, but how to like break through here.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And I would say too, kind of also like as far as our band, and even like the modeling and the production like separately, New York just makes a lot of there's so many people in this city who are so talented. And there's a lot of really young people who are just getting their start doing things, and a lot mixed in with professionals who've been doing it a really long time. And so everyone's in this tiny space, and you can't find that anywhere else.
Right.
The level of skill and all these people just in one spot, just connecting with people, it's been really incredible.
That's what made the Sabrina segment possible, because it was all like young, local, talented people. Like my friend that shot it, Erica O'Brien, like she's just like all these people, like Karina Vega, like they were just all like there in one concentrated space, and that you can't find that many other places, and they're all hungry to do things. So yeah, for sure.
Right. Okay, so yeah, that's a great big move in my opinion. And we've seen many bands in the past staying in one little safe spot, and sometimes that doesn't work. What is your theory though on location? How do you plan on going about it when it comes to the rest of the globe?
I think we definitely, because we're like musicians, but I think we're also, I don't know what other word other than like maybe artists or creatives, like definitely wanting to branch out and do a lot of things through music, around ourselves. So I think like in the near future, like definitely not only staying in New York, but like going to LA, seeing what that's all about. Hopefully going on tour.
Great.
Yeah. even Chicago, we'll come see you. but going around like on tour here, and also probably like Europe too.
Yeah, definitely London. Definitely overseas.
Yeah. But hopefully sooner rather than later, like starting to really do that stuff.
Yeah. Road life is great life sometimes, I tell you.
Really?
Oh yeah.
You don't know yet?
I know.
We'd like to find out.
Yeah. Definitely you guys gotta do it. And with the music you guys making, I can see it happen real soon. Real soon.
Yay. Yay. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. So with that being said, what would you say, or what would you tell our listeners? Well, actually, they're your listeners. They don't come from me. What would you say the number one attribute that sets, I say Uruguay, but it's Uruguay. And a story, right before the show, I was on YouTube and pronounced Uruguay. And even the person who was doing a YouTube video said it wrong. So I was reading the comments, and they were like, no, it's pronounced this way. No, you dumb American, it's pronounced this way. And it was just so funny. I was like, so none of you idiots know how it's pronounced. I'm going to bomb this word.
The hardest word. At least, yeah.
I'm just calling the U-band. No, but it's Uruguay. All right, so what sets you guys apart from the other bands, and why? Like, what really defines your sound?
Do you want to answer or me?
I can start.
Yeah, you start. Go ahead.
I think that it's kind of, we've actually had trouble with, because people ask us, you know, like, well, what do you guys sound like? Like, we've kind of had trouble just saying like, oh, we're this, or this. And I think our music's definitely a very honest representation of who we are as people. And I don't know. Like Steph's voice is definitely very like distinct. And I feel like my production probably has distinct things in it as well. And I don't know if that's what, you know, sets it apart, or if it's like our influences or what.
Yeah, like I would say that I think that both of us are definitely like our own people, and I think that we're both decent people, and we kind of know what we want, know who we are. And if you really like truly listen to like our music, like what we're saying, everything behind it, you can tell it's us, I guess. Even if the genre is different, the structure is different, like you can tell it's us because there's always going to be that passion there. Like even if it's like, I don't know, not the best produced because we do it out of our room, right? Yeah. Like out of one of the rooms in like an apartment. You can still like feel the passion behind it. And I think that that's kind of like, that's what makes me love it. That passion that we put into it. And that's always going to be there.
Definitely.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if that was good.
Like, that's just, yeah, that's how it, because
I
think it should portray how we are as people. And I think as people, we are very distinct, for sure.
Oh, yeah, I would say.
Thank you.
I would say. And that's a good way. That's in a good way. I was watching a video, and I forget the name of it, but you guys were in like a white room. It was like a studio section, and I was watching Benjamin like just create this track from scratch. Well, it's probably not from scratch, but he was building the track, and then you came in. I was like, oh man, that is so professional. These guys are massive.
Thanks.
Thank you. Yeah.
We've evolved our set to, I think, and from that video, Steph is playing a lot more stuff now.
Yeah, that was actually, I think that was my first time ever singing in front of people ever.
Yeah, really. Could not tell. Yeah. You aced it.
Thank you. Yeah, now we both get to play stuff, which is fun.
Yeah. That is great. So in terms of production, the mixing and the mastering, how much input do the two of you have into the final recordings of the material? For what I'm listening to and reading, it seems like much of what you do today, you've learned to do from the ground up. So I'm thinking that you guys are pretty hands-on, if not in full control, but I'm just assuming. So what's the real deal here?
Yeah, we pretty much do everything. With Sabrina's segment, we recorded, mixed, mastered that, and then pieces. We did everything but master it.
Yeah.
And I guess like as far as
all of our stuff, we've done that.
Yeah. With everything. We use like a really, like one of the cheapest, I think it's like the AT2020 mic, condenser mic, like, which actually,
which is best for my voice because I usually have a deep singing voice, and we tried out other more expensive mics, but it just didn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't.
You like this one?
Yeah. So we pretty much do everything ourselves.
And we also and we we share in like the production a lot.
Yeah, we do like a lot of like pretty much everything together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Always bouncing stuff off each other.
So. That's for sure.
That's great. That's a great partnership.
Thanks. Thanks, man.
All right. For me, and before I write these interviews or strum a note on my bass guitar I named Stacy, I have to set the mood, Yeah, Stacy. It's actually after Stacy Dash, but I'm only going to say this one time because she's not so, good now in the public eyes. But I will always remember the clueless Stacy. So that is what I name a guitar after. Anywho, I set the mood by, lighting candles. I have my crystals for creativity, offerings of cheese nips to the muses because they get hungry between songs, and catnip for the cat that's always chilling in my space. Like, everything is so magical. Not really, but sometimes I do take it there. So describe, and I will say too, like, the bedroom magic is the best studio production magic ever. Like, I couldn't see myself, or I would never encourage anybody to just go spend a ton of money in, like, a professional recording studio. You can get the same magic in your bedroom or closet or bathroom or whichever room you choose. So, describe your atmosphere where you recorded Sabrina's segment. How did you set it up to get the best out of Stepha? Yeah, tell us about that.
So,
funny story. No.
actually, for Sabrina's segment, Ben was working on a documentary, scoring it, and I think there was one scene with a drag queen that really resonated with me, and he was writing everything, and I was just like, hey, like, can I just try this? And he's like, yeah, sure. And so I sat down and I just wrote Sabrina's segment there, in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I don't know if it took that long. And then Ben went to the bathroom, and he set the mic up first. He was like, yeah, you can just do whatever. And then I recorded it. And then when he came out of the bathroom, that's when
it was
we
done.
put it together. Yeah, it was done.
like the
vocals were done.
Oh, wow.
Came out, he was like, okay, cool. And then I listened and I was like, what?
But, really honestly, though, I think that's how it's gone, ever since then for all of our songs. It's just really fast. The recording is really fast. And that's maybe something I personally would like to change, because for most of it, it's maybe the first or second recording that we use.
Yeah.
For the vocals, at least.
I think I only did 3 takes of Sabrina.
Yeah, maybe so. But I like to play with it, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess vibe-wise too, that was just in our living room. And I think we pretty much wrote the rest of it just chilling in our living room, which at the time was also our kitchen.
Yeah. But the most recent song that we did, there was actually a more of a mood and an atmosphere, and I think that I see the value in that. Usually things are so fast here, though, that you don't always have time to set the mood. But no, it was definitely a lot more relaxing, and I think a lot more came out, when there was a mood.
All right, you guys are in. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh no, you're good.
All right. You guys are in a big city, so I'm sure you guys see a lot of things, and may be inspired by a lot of the things that you guys come across. But for you, Benjamin, when you're, creating sequences or creating stem tracks, what sparks your inspiration?
Man, honestly, a lot of times I'm just walking around, because I walk a lot for my work, and I'll just, when I'm walking, I'm always humming something, or beatboxing like a beat or like something, and then I'll just record it on my phone. I have like 400 plus recordings, I think, on my phone, of mostly of things I'm never going to use. But for me, it's not always like seeing something that inspires me, but I think the energy of the city, and all, like kind of me walking through it, I think that ends up coming out. And something I found, like if I'm singing or something, like now I have an easier time singing while I'm walking, because I just do it all the time when I'm walking around. And just, you know, steps, like when I'm walking, just like that's always like the tempo of the beat. So I think for me it's just like the overall energy that's in New York definitely like comes out that way.
Okay. Was the possibility considered that in building all of this up from the ground and promoting the band without a lot of accessible music posted up, that it could possibly discourage potential listeners? And I don't know. I'm from 10 years ago, so I'm all about posting everything in the catalog versus how it goes today. Yeah. So what's the whole theory behind that?
Oh, that's interesting. I don't know. I'm sure, like, I think that it could definitely discourage some people, but then I also think, I don't know. I think that the goal isn't to keep our music from people, but rather to make music that's kind of true to us. And some people will probably fall off, which is fine, but maybe they'll come back. But then also, like through other outlets, like we're doing a contest, and so we're putting like music that's not officially released yet, like on YouTube and like stuff like that. So like we are really new, but we're definitely coming out with stuff that you can listen to. So I don't know. I'm sure that some people it will deter them, but I don't think like forever we won't have anything, you know? Like,
Right.
Yeah.
We're definitely
and we have some now, yeah.
Kind of building our own, I guess, like catalog of music.
Are confident.
Exactly. Are confident and ready to put out.
So the intention isn't to keep anything away. I think the intention is to have something that we think is of value for people that want to listen. Yeah.
Okay. At the end of the day, music fans want to listen to new music, see new music videos, read about their favorite bands, and even tune in to Vigilantes Radio for their favorite band interview. Right? So, hey, I got to plug in there some way. But from my experience, the typical fan is pretty much looking for those three things, and actually in that order as well. I guess my question really is, after all that rambling, are there any potential downsides to early exposure? Or does the old adage, any press is good press, apply here?
I don't think like we really know yet. Because we're almost a year old and we're building, you know, as we go, and we're learning as we go. So I think that definitely we want to do things in a smart way. But I don't know yet.
Yeah, that's a great answer.
Like, I don't know that we've gotten like enough exposure.
Right.
Then
like with Sabrina, the video, we're just starting to like really like get a lot more exposure, which is great. And I think that from here onward, we are going to we're really thinking about how we are going to be releasing things and like what our next steps are. For sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you guys self-managed?
Yeah.
Are we what?
Self-managed.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we are. Yeah.
That's cool.
We definitely have good people around us, like everyone who helped us with Sabrina, and like really great resources. But like we get our own shows, we do our own social media.
Yeah.
Like we do a lot ourselves. Yeah, shoots, like music, posters. Yeah.
That's cool. All right. What would you say that the current challenges are for independent music today?
I definitely say this.
Money.
Yeah.
I think that's anybody's challenge, right?
Yeah, maybe so.
I think like it's hard since there's so many people making music now. It's hard to it seems extremely daunting to start the task of if you want to do this as a career, of like doing that and making it a reality. And I think probably one of the hardest things is breaking through just how much like really competition there is, but just having the patience and the willpower to keep going and make baby steps at first, so that later on you can.
And the drive, really. Because when you're doing things yourself and you have like a job during the day, then you come home and like you said earlier, like you're putting that 8 hours into your music at the end of the day. Like, you know, you really have to have the drive to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Definitely. And I encourage people to quit their jobs all the time. And no, seriously, I do. I do. I have I don't know. It's just a philosophy of mine, is that we can spend so much time, you know, working on somebody else's dreams, while ours sit in the corner collecting dust. And, you know, we give the excuse, well, I have to survive or else I won't make it. And I was like, well, think about this. If you put all of your energy into those dreams, they will happen.
Yeah.
You know, you, like if you work at Burger King, your energy is flipping the burger. All right? You're getting paid for that, to flip a burger, to and the order of supply and demand, that kind of blah blah blah, economics, blah blah blah. I think the same thing works for your music. Or if you make jewelry, or if you're a podcaster, do you have to put the necessary time in, punch the clock on your dreams, and go to work?
Yeah.
Definitely.
That is true.
But it's a lot, you know, harder than I make it sound. I'm boss, I quit. I'm going to work on my dream job here. And then you start dropping the F-bomb on everybody. You and F you and double F you. And you can actually curse on the show, but I don't, because my dear mother listens. So she's probably the only one who calls for me. Everybody else is for the guests. But that's okay. That's okay.
Awesome. Yeah, no, I mean, that's definitely, that's so true. And we work almost around the clock, it feels like.
Yeah.
So I think
that's
for us,
great.
it tends to be like getting rest.
Yeah, that would be great. For like a day.
Right.
You guys have a great framework of yours that's going on now. Hopefully there are some bands out there, or bands that are listening. A lot of our listener base are musicians and up-and-coming artists, and people wanting to, you know, pick up a guitar like Stacy, or sing like Stepha, or do production like Benjamin. So they may, you know, like, hey, I need to attack a music career that way. How do you feel like maybe one day you could be the inspiration for a lot of the younger people coming up, or even people your own age?
I don't know. Like, I don't know. I think different things inspire different people, but I think that readily offering what has worked for us and what hasn't worked for us could be really inspiring for people, because I know that it's really scary. We both know it's really scary putting yourself out there and not always knowing, like, especially if you're an independent artist, if you're making the right step or not. And it's different for everybody, but still I think, like, for us sharing, like, what has worked, what hasn't worked could be really good. And also kind of just staying yourself. And I say that, like, kind of like, you know, do something that you're going to feel good about at the end of the day, because that's the only person that you'll be left with. Sure. You know, at the end of the day. Like, so I think that's really important too. Yeah.
Definitely. All right, you guys have something, Benjamin?
No, I think that was a solid answer.
I did it.
I was gonna say like perseverance, but a lot of people say that. I mean, it's true. Like, you have to go through a lot, I think, and you have to. It can be taxing sometimes, but yeah,
definitely. Hey, they may have wanted to hear that from you. You know, you could be like the rock god in their eyes, you know, or the electro producer in their eyes. You never know who's listening. All right, so you guys have some amazing ideas. I think a great website, a great approach to the whole music business, even being fresh in the game. Where would you like to send people online to find out more about your band, and what are some of the things that they'll find there?
Yeah, well, I think we're on Spotify and iTunes, obviously, but and SoundCloud for listening to. But most importantly, I think www.uruguayband.com, which is uruguayband.com, because that has, like, all of our handles on it. Like, it has our Twitter, Instagram, SoundCloud, I think, Facebook. So if you go and like video, upcoming shows, everything.
Cool.
Media.
Yeah, SoundCloud, everything is there. So that's probably the most logical place to go.
All right, that sounds awesome. All right, I'm going to grab more blackberries and some green tea. After the music break, it'll be time for our usual tradition. It's called the hot seat. And our fans love this part of the segment, and of course along with the actual interview, but the audience get to hear either some vocals, a poem, inspirational speeches, written work, spoken word, freestyle raps, recite lyrics, musical tributes, karaoke, jokes, stories, and live instruments from our special guests, where you never know what these creative minds and vessels will produce in the spotlight. And tonight, yes, tonight, we'll find out if Uruguay have what it takes to be put on the spot, a test of their true artistry, and maybe some hidden talents. So when we come back, we'll get to it. In the meantime, I'm going to get blackberries. Okay, here's Uruguay Sabrina segment.
I feel it all inside of me. I'm young and wild and I'm free, free, free.
Again, that was Uruguay, Sabrina segment. And I don't know about you guys out there, but I'm listening to this song and my eyes are closed. And, of course, I'm stuffing my mouth with blackberries and thinking about the blackberries that I'm stuffing in my mouth. And my trip to Cali that's coming up, I think I'm going to request the Uber driver to play the song so I can just stare out the window and think about blackberries. And I don't know, it gives you that feeling like this is the soundtrack to maybe a scene of a movie of my life, you know. But that's just me and, you know, my blackberry fantasies. But that's neither here or there. All right, we are back. Welcome, guys. It's time for the hot seat.
Nice. Yay. Okay. So this song is called Pretty Pretty Rampage.
Okay.
And it's kind of like our rendition of a pop song. Kind of. It's definitely inspired by kind of what's going on in the world right now, though. But it does have a curse word in it if you want to tell your mom not to listen.
Mom,
okay.
Cover your ears.
And I'm going to be playing guitar too, so hopefully you can hear that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You ready? Let's do this. When I was a little girl, I fought till the end of the world. We killed all the little boys, their tears were the color of pearl. So I got nothing to lose. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. And I got nothing to prove. Fuck yeah, fuck yeah, fuck yeah, fuck you. We cover broken dreams, rampage of pretty things. Magical crimson tides, come on and take a ride. After the lullaby, so many shallow cries. Where ain't nobody go? Hope you enjoy the show. So I got nothing to lose. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. And I got nothing to prove. Fuck yeah, fuck yeah, fuck you, fuck you. Rainbows and butterflies, the rampage that fills their eyes. Big roller coaster schemes, oh how a little heart stops. So I got nothing to lose. And I got nothing to prove. Because it broke your dreams, rampage and come on, take a ride.
Oh, my landlord.
rendition of a pop song for you all.
Oh my.
Yeah. It's kind of fun.
That was fantastic. And oh, what synchronicity. See? Come Monday morning, you guys go quit your jobs and sing the lyrics. I told you, the F-U, the F-U, the F-U. That is a sign. That is a sign that you, yeah.
God, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, you have tomorrow to think about it. But no, that was incredible.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Yeah. So do you guys plan on laying that down on wax?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I think so, yeah, for
Definitely.
sure. It's definitely different from what we usually do. But we really like the lyrics because they're like completely dark to this like song that's like super, I don't know, childish almost.
Yeah.
It's like a great juxtaposition.
Yeah. So you sing that, it's like, oh, this is nice, and you're like, wait, what is she saying? Oh. Yeah, and that was one of those. That guitar riff is one of those ones from my phone, and that's the only one we've used so far.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So it works sometimes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but that was great. Mom, you have to rewind the episode and listen.
Thank you. Yeah.
All right, there's a ton that we probably could have talked about, and there's no doubt that you guys would have wanted to mention something that I probably didn't even bring up, which is why we have this next spot for you guys here in the interview. This is the Vigilantes Radio Open Floor, a spot for you to say anything you like to, mention anything you want that you would like to pass on to our listeners. Or if there's some people you just want to say F you to in the universe here, feel free. Benjamin and Stepha, it's been a screen pleasure to learn about Uruguay, and I personally can't wait to hear the new EP, though I'm sure that implies somewhere here in the interview.
Thank you.
Thanks,
it's been a pleasure to speak with you, man. Really to meet you.
Yeah,
You're wonderful, yeah.
Thanks for having us on.
Yeah.
It's been a lot of fun.
Thank you. You hear that, Janie? Quit hating. Nah, she's going to send a hate email anyway. It's okay.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
This one's for you, Jane.
All right, so, yeah, the open floor is yours.
Okay, well, I think this would be a good time to, since we did just release the Sabrina segment, to really talk a little bit about what it's about, because it's more than just a video, it's a campaign. And I think the theme of it is definitely support, because that's something that's been really important to us and kept us from staying homeless, really, when we first came here. So it's not just, like I said, a song and a video. It's a campaign, and part of that is to uplift young local artists and talent, like probably a lot of people listening and ourselves. And we used that talent to help us make it. And we want to keep working with people like that. But it's also a campaign for homeless people who don't really have a voice a lot of the time. And so we definitely do want to raise awareness for them. And if you are local to New York, or you can visit sites like, or even if you're not, visit sites like Coalition for the Homeless and things like that. But it's definitely something that we're passionate about, and our music has a message. And I think we definitely want to help since we're able. So that's what I want to say regarding Sabrina, at least. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. Ben, did you have anything new? Oh, and thank you everybody that helped us make it too. I'm so sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
Erica, Vega, Karina, thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, the video is it was an incredible process, and it's definitely like Steph was saying, like we're when we first moved to New York, we were scammed out of our savings basically when we first moved here, and we were homeless for a little while, and we were really lucky because we did have a base of support, so that we were able to get back up on our feet and, you know, pursue our passions. Yeah, so the video is kind of, it's a very personal thing, and we definitely want to give back through the video and through our shows, and
Yeah. And thank you, Melissa.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Mom,
right.
Dad, I love you.
Yeah. Get the moms and dads in. All right. Make sure you guys keep in touch with old Deanie. Don't forget about me on this side of the internet. And take care of each other. Thank you for your time tonight, Benjamin and Stepha of Uruguay.
Thank you.
Thanks so much, Deanie.
Yeah,
it was a pleasure.
Thank you. It was.
It was all my pleasure. Yeah. All right. Thank you guys for always checking out the podcast over here at Vigilantes Radio. All episodes are available for free download at least an hour after the show ends. If we have to make edits, expected in maybe a day or two. You can grab it from our server over at Spreaker.com/only1media group, over at iTunes, YouTube. Well, iTunes, they're a little slow. It takes about 2 days, but it's okay. They're cool people. Or over at our website, which is only1mediagroup.com, and Podcast Addict. So if you're addict to podcasts like I am, download us and carry us around in your pocket. Feel free to share and bootleg it as well. I do not care. Just listen, okay? And that goes for every single episode that we've ever aired. If you tuned in at least 15 minutes before the show, you heard elevator music, or that's what I call elevator music. But really, that is real cool artists that have been on the show, and they say, hey, Deanie, I would like my music played in your elevator music segment. So that's what you hear. And no, that is not me live saying, and this is Deanie Mussolini, and you're listening. No, that's not me live. That's pre-recorded. Okay? So if you like your song in that little segment, email me, and we'll work things out and make that happen. If you like to request music for us to play, or a certain guest to come on the show, email us that as well. We do have different shows, one called Skeptics, where we talk about spirituality and other topics, and Blackberries. And we have another show called, I forget the name of it, jeez. Long Night. Don't worry about it. All right. I'm just kidding. We only have 2 shows. All right, here's my disclaimer. We are genre-free. We do not judge, and we absolutely do not base our opinions on hearsay but facts. And actually, you can scratch that disclaimer because all of my opinions are always right. This is my show. That's just the bottom line. So there's just something you got to deal with it. Nah, just kidding. On behalf of myself, Deanie Mussolini, I appreciate you guys for tuning in either afterwards or live with us. Make sure you spread the word. Another special thanks to our guest tonight, Uruguay, for joining us. We stepped our game up just for you guys to make sure that you have the best experience here on our show. You know, Deanie just may end up on one of their songs. I do it all, my friends. Okay, well, just remember to be yourself and be absolutely freaking great at it. Peace and have a great night.
You are now listening to Vigilantes Radio, the people's choice for quality interviews, art, music, and hot topics. Hosted by Demetrius Houdini Black Reynolds, of the duo No Longer the Hero. Co-hosted by the Vigilantes Banditti. Call in to join the mix. All episodes of this podcast are available for free download at www.onlyonemediagroup.com.